to Creepy True Stories, where reality takes a spine-tingling twist. Brace yourselves for a journey into the unknown, as we unearth chilling tales and unsolved mysteries that will keep you on the edge of your seat. Prepare to be captivated, intrigued, and haunted by the truth, because here, the darkness has a story to tell.
The wind howled through the desolate coastal landscape, whipping salt-laden spray into the air as the sea raged against the rocks. Amongst the relentless storm, one could barely make out the silhouette of a lighthouse, a lone sentinel guarding against the treacherous waters. As the night descended, an eerie tale would unravel, revealing a sinister secret harbored within the annals of maritime history. The lighthouse, known as the Eternal Beacon, had long been shrouded in mystery. Perched upon a craggy cliff, it stood as a testament to countless sailors who had depended on its light to navigate treacherous waters. Yet, its history was tainted with whispers of the supernatural, tales of phantom ships and lost souls that lingered within its haunted chambers. Captain James Thornton, a seasoned seafarer with a penchant for unearthing maritime mysteries, had arrived at the Eternal Beacon with a small team of investigators. They were determined to demystify the legends that had plagued the lighthouse for centuries. Armed with equipment designed to capture the elusive, they embarked on their quest to uncover the truth. The lighthouse's interior bore the marks of time and neglect. Cobwebs clung to forgotten corners, and a thick layer of dust settled upon decaying furniture. The only source of light came from the distant storm outside, as the investigators explored the labyrinthine passageways. As they ventured deeper into the heart of the lighthouse, unsettling whispers filled the air. It was as though the very walls held memories of those who had met their untimely end within. The air grew colder, and the flickering lanterns cast eerie shadows that danced across the walls. Sudden, spine-tingling laughter echoed through the hallways. The investigators froze, their hearts pounding. A door creaked open, and a chilling apparition, pale and translucent, materialized before them. The ghostly figure of a lighthouse keeper, his eyes hollow and expression mournful, beckoned them onward. Was he a guardian or a harbinger of doom? Pressing forward, the investigators followed the specter down a narrow corridor. Suddenly, the floor gave way beneath them, and they plummeted into an abyss. As they fell, the sound of ghostly cries and the pained moans of lost souls filled their ears. The darkness seemed eternal, until they landed with a bone-jarring thud. Stunned and disoriented, they found themselves in a subterranean chamber, the very bowels of the lighthouse. In the flickering light of their lanterns, they discovered an ancient, dusty journal, its pages filled with handwritten accounts of a tragic event that had unfolded within the lighthouse. The journal told the tale of a ship, the Siren's Embrace, captained by a man named Edward Thornton, Captain James's ancestor. The ship had been lost at sea during a ferocious storm. Edward Thornton had been desperate to return home, guided by the light of the Eternal Beacon. He and his crew, upon sighting the lighthouse, believed salvation was at hand. The lighthouse keeper at that time, named Jonathan Wainwright, was a man of dark secrets. Desperate to maintain the lighthouse's reputation and secure his employment, he had tampered with the light, causing it to emit a false signal that lured the Siren's Embrace into treacherous rocks. All souls aboard perished that fateful night. As the investigators processed the chilling revelation, the spectral lighthouse keeper appeared once more, his mournful gaze fixed on Captain James. The ghostly figure began to mouth words, its voice a faint whisper carried by the wind. "Release us. Captain Thornton," a tone. Captain James, realizing the haunting truth, felt a heavy burden of guilt weigh upon his shoulders. He was a descendant of the ill-fated ship's captain, the legacy of which had now come full circle. To redeem his family's name, he knew what he must do. With a heavy heart, Captain James ventured deeper into the underground catacombs, guided by the ghostly keeper. At the heart of the labyrinth, he uncovered a hidden chamber containing the ship's manifest, the crew's personal effects, and the captain's log, all preserved over centuries. These artifacts held the key to lifting the curse. As Captain James reverently collected the relics, the lighthouse began to shudder, and a deafening wail filled the air. The spirits of the lost crew and the vengeful lighthouse keeper surged forth, their anguish and anger palpable. With tears in his eyes, Captain James, on behalf of his ancestor, uttered the long-awaited words of redemption, confessing to the deception that had doomed the siren's embrace. As he spoke, the phantoms wept, and the lighthouse keeper's spectral figure began to fade. A solemn peace settled over the chamber as the curse was lifted. The wind outside the lighthouse ceased its relentless howling, and the storm abated. The eternal beacon, no longer haunted, stood as a true guardian of the seas. The legends of phantom ships and maritime mysteries became mere echoes of the past. Captain James had not only redeemed his family's name but also brought solace to the restless spirits that had long sought release. The investigators departed the lighthouse, their faith in the supernatural forever altered. The sinister secret that had haunted the eternal beacon for centuries was now revealed and rectified, and they left with the knowledge that some mysteries could only be uncovered by those willing to face the phantoms of the past. As Captain James and his team left the lighthouse, they couldn't help but feel a profound sense of closure and relief. The weight of generations of guilt had been lifted, and the lighthouse that had once been shrouded in darkness now emitted a beacon of truth and redemption. Over the following days, Captain James meticulously documented their findings and the lighthouse's newfound tranquility. The tale of the siren's embrace and the curse that had haunted the eternal beacon for centuries would be shared with the world. It would serve as a reminder that even the most resilient legends could be unraveled by those brave enough to confront their past. Word of the lighthouse's redemption spread far and wide, capturing the imagination of historians, sailors, and ghost enthusiasts alike. It became a symbol of hope, a testament to the power of acknowledging the darkest chapters of history. Visitors from around the world came to the eternal beacon, not seeking thrills or chills, but to pay their respects to the souls who had suffered. They left flowers and lit candles in memory of the lost crew of the siren's embrace and the lighthouse keeper who had been driven to such desperate measures. In the years that followed, the lighthouse was transformed into a maritime museum, honoring the maritime traditions and the history of the sea. It was a place of education, healing, and reconciliation, where visitors could learn about the tragedies of the past and celebrate the resilience of the human spirit. As Captain James continued to explore maritime mysteries and uncover forgotten tales, he carried with him the lessons he had learned at the Eternal Beacon. He understood that beneath the surface of legends and folklore, there often lay a deeper truth, waiting to be revealed. The story of the Eternal Beacon and the redemption of Captain James Thornton became an enduring legacy, a symbol of the enduring power of redemption and the capacity of humanity to make amends for its past wrongs. It was a tale of the sea, of lost souls, and ultimately, of the enduring light of hope that can pierce even the darkest of mysteries. And so, the lighthouse that had once been known for its haunting secrets became a symbol of hope and healing, proving that even the most sinister legends could be transformed into stories of redemption and grace. The world had witnessed a maritime mystery, but in the end, it was a tale of humanity's ability to confront its own demons and find peace amidst the stormy seas of life. The legacy of the Eternal Beacon, once known for its spectral legends, continued to evolve as a beacon of hope for sailors and travelers who depended on its guiding light. With each passing year, more and more maritime mysteries were uncovered, and Captain James's team continued their mission to shed light on the unexplained and the supernatural. One day, they received a mysterious letter, written on weathered parchment and sealed with an ornate wax stamp. It was an invitation from a renowned maritime historian, Professor Eleanor Sinclair, who was dedicated to unraveling the secrets of haunted lighthouses worldwide. She had heard of Captain James's exploits and wished to collaborate on an ambitious project. The two scholars met at the Eternal Beacon, their shared passion for maritime history and unsolved mysteries kindling a spark of excitement. Professor Sinclair had gathered a team of experts in various fields, from archaeologists to parapsychologists, and together they would embark on a journey to investigate other haunted lighthouses around the world. Their first destination was a desolate lighthouse perched on the jagged cliffs of Cape Wrath in Scotland. This lighthouse was said to be plagued by a malevolent entity known as the Whispering Wraith, responsible for driving keepers to madness and sailors to their doom. Armed with their expertise and advanced technology, the team began their investigation. As they delved into the history and explored the eerie depths of the Cape Wrath lighthouse, they encountered whispers in the dark, inexplicable apparitions, and unexplained phenomena. Their research began to unravel a tale of betrayal, revenge, and a love lost to the unforgiving sea. With each lighthouse they visited, Captain James and Professor Sinclair found themselves drawn into tales of despair, tragedy, and the inexplicable. They began to understand that haunted lighthouses were not just places of terror but also repositories of human stories, stories that needed to be told. One by one, the mysteries of these haunted lighthouses were unraveled. In some cases, unresolved conflicts were put to rest, and in others, historical injustices were brought to light. The spirits of lighthouse keepers and lost souls found solace, allowing these once haunted places to return to their true purpose as beacons of safety for sailors and travelers. The tales of their investigations were compiled into a series of books, documentaries, and exhibitions that shed light on the darkness of maritime history. People from all walks of life flocked to these exhibits, eager to learn about the forgotten stories and long-lost tragedies that had occurred within these beacons of the sea. The once sinister legends of haunted lighthouses had become a source of fascination and inspiration, a testament to the resilience of the human spirit and the power of knowledge to dispel fear. The world had come to understand that within the shadows and secrets of these remote sentinels, there were untold stories waiting to be unearthed. Captain James Thornton and Professor Eleanor Sinclair's work had transformed these lighthouses into symbols of redemption, a reminder that even in the most haunted places, the light of understanding and compassion could prevail over the darkest of mysteries. And so, the legacy of haunted lighthouses continued to evolve, not as places of fear, but as beacons of knowledge, understanding, and hope, proving that the truth could be more powerful than any ghostly legend. The world had learned that even in the most haunted corners of the world, there was a light that could shine brighter than any storm.